88% of millionaires in this country own a business, and most of them are not the tech companies. They're the boring ones. A storage lot, the plumbing outfit, the golf course. Now, for me, I own a golf course, and this year, the boring stuff added $115,000 to it. Now, I don't love talking about my own numbers like that, so bear with me here because I'm going to show you the whole thing. What I spent, what came back, and the part almost no one explains to a small business owner, how a dollar of profit changes the price tag on your entire business. If you're getting something out of this, tap that like button, and here we go. So here's the honest part first. A golf course is not a great business, not at all. I want to say that plainly. Courses have been closing in this country since right after Tiger Woods came up and the industry overbuilt in the 90s. It's a tough spot to be in, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. So I bought this place in December of 2018 for $1.2 million. 7 months later, we opened a full restaurant on it, and it was going great. 2 years to the day almost, it burned down overnight to the ground. Since then, we've been serving out of a food trailer while we work on the rebuild. So this is not a story about a perfect business. This is a story about what you do with one that you actually have and the situation you're dealing with. And that's why most of you are watching. You don't need a new business. You need the one you own to make more money. Now, here's what I want you to understand, because this is a part that changes how you think about every dollar. When you sell a small business, the buyer doesn't pay you for your revenue. He pays you a multiple of your profit. Main Street businesses in this country generally sell somewhere between 2 and 4 times the owner's annual earnings. The median last year came in right about 2.7 times. So let's follow that. If you find a way to add $10,000 of profit a year to your business, you didn't make $10,000. You added somewhere around $27,000 to what your business is actually worth. And you get the $10,000 every year on top of that. That's the whole reason I care about marketing that costs almost nothing. It's not about the sale this month. Every dollar you add to the bottom line gets multiplied on the way out. Most owners never hear that. They think of marketing as a cost when it's actually the cheapest way to build the value of the thing that you already own. What did I actually do? Let me show you what I ran this season. For a couple of years after the fire, I did something I'd tell any of you to never ever do. I stopped applying my own marketing to my own business. And you might ask, well why? And it was tough. The whole place burnt down. And we fought for a year with the insurance company after that before we settled. And then, of course, you've heard the old story about the worst car in town is owned by the auto mechanic because he never really gets around to it. Well, for this period of time, I guess that was me. About halfway through last season, I caught myself and I thought, what's going on, man? Why are you not using your marketing tools and your know-how that you've learned over 38 years? So I tested a couple of things, small things, and then this season we went full bore. Balls in the wild. We take a golf ball and we put that golf ball in a little box here. So on the inside of the box, we're going to tear this open. All right. And inside of the box, we have, of course, the golf ball. Right there's the golf ball. And then we have a little note. And the little note says, "Oh, you found me. Cool. Please take me back to Pendleton Hills. And for your troubles, plus being so nice to get me back home, I will give you a free round of 9 holes of golf or $20 worth of free food from our menu. Important, bring this note and the box back with you." And here's the picture of the note that goes in there. So the ball, the note goes inside the box, and we take those and we place them around the perimeter of where my customers come from. And we put it on window seals and cars, and we put it on doors and businesses, just anywhere and everywhere for people to find that. And they pick it up and some bring it back. It's really cool. So we don't leave these on the course. We drop them all over Northern Kentucky, gas stations, Staples, Kroger's, wherever people are. Now that's what I ran. Next, I want to show you the cost and what came back, and the part almost nobody explains to a small business owner, how a dollar of profit changes the whole price tag on your entire business. So I'm going to put my real numbers on the screen. But before I pull those up, some of you watching already own something. Your problem isn't picking a new business. It's that the one you have isn't growing the way it should. That's what I do all day, every day for 38 years. I sit down with owners and I look at what they're actually running and build the marketing system around it. If that's you, there's a link below to book a call with me. Bring your numbers and we'll look at them together. All right, so let's do the math here. This is back of the napkin math. And I mean that literally. This is the kind of thing that you scribble down on a napkin at dinner with your accountant, or you put it on the back of an envelope at your kitchen table at 11 o'clock at night. Nobody puts these numbers in a slideshow. Nobody posts them, but these numbers are the numbers that actually decide whether your business is worth anything. So here's mine. What does this cost? Golf ball's about $1. The box about 15 cents. 9 holes of golf is actually costs us $0. Dinner or lunch might cost us $3 to $5 on $10. So for 20, maybe more than that, but I'm going to say $5. And then for 500 boxes, you're looking at a total of maybe $575. Now, how many came back and what did it cost? Well, let's look at the cost first. There was no cost. What? Why? Well, because who golfs alone and who eats alone? They'll bring more than one person. And with golf, a lot of times it'll be 4 people. So what you spend to bring that one person with this other friend or 3 other friends out more than makes up for the marketing cost. In fact, you make money on it. That's the number I want you to sit with because it's the whole part of this video. It's what came back. So we're up 17% on the season. In our numbers, that's a $115,000 increase. Now let's take a look at the Pendleton Leadership app that I built for my business, and I can build one just for you as well, customized to what you do. Okay, over here we have the Pendleton Hills Leadership dashboard. We have notes at the top that myself and my staff can leave. We can answer those notes, make comments. We have the marketing score here. This shows all of our marketing efforts and our postings and how we're doing it ourselves. And we come down to the 7-day forecast, and I'm going to show you exactly why that is so important. August month totals by year, and then year to date for August 26. Oh man, we're a little bit down for this month, and I'm going to show you exactly why. So average day by day in August 26 versus August 25, each day of the week compared to last year. So let's look at this monthly summary, 25 versus 26. See the big time increases that we have here over on the far right. We get down to August to date, and as I'm saying this in this video, it is August the 16th, and we're showing a slight loss here over last August. Well, what the heck's going on, Dave? Your marketing's fantastic. Look at these big increases up here. Well, I want to show you. We're in the golf business. Guess what? Weather makes a difference big time. So let's look at the recent entries here. Here's the last 7 days. Look at my weather score. F, F, D, D, F, F, D. Yeah, it's rained a lot over the last 7 days, and it's rained at the wrong time also during that period. So I'm going to tell you that without our marketing, this 3.3% decrease would probably have been 15, 20, 25% decrease. But because of our marketing efforts, we're able to overcome some of that. And we're going to build it back. We will build it back for the rest of the month. And again, I built this app from scratch, customized for my business, and I can do the same for you, customized for your business. It shows all the marketing efforts that we do. We have, this is just the dashboard. We have best records. We have a weekly grid. We have a year summary, day analysis, weather impact on the business, all records, data entry, import historic weather, comments history. Down here is where it really gets exciting. Calendar. This is our marketing calendar, all the events, and it shows how often do we post, how do we post, and this is the pipeline. Any new ideas go in here, and we talk about possibility thinking, and then finally the performance. All that built custom for you. Now, as I said, we're in the golf business, so rain is a huge factor. And here's the mistake most owners make. They see a week that's down and go, oh, what did we do wrong? Maybe nothing. Maybe it just rained every day that week. I mean, come on. You have to know those things. So I graded the weather. Every single day gets a letter. It's all automatic. I don't put it in myself. It accesses the data that's available to everybody and it puts it in. I wrote the script as to how to grade the weather because it's not just rain or no rain, but it also has to do with the temperature. We had a day this season where the storms rolled in in the afternoon, and afternoon is our best window. We had done $2,487 by lunch, and then it just dropped dead. On a normal day, we would make $5,000 on that day easy. So when I tell you that we're up 17%, that's not me hoping. I've gone through these grades day by day, and we didn't get better weather than last year. The difference is what we did, and the difference is the profit that we made. So now with golf, there's essentially no cost of goods sold. You're selling a tee time, you're selling time on grass that's already there. So a much bigger share of that increase drops straight to the bottom line than it would in a restaurant or a retail store. Now, what does that do to the value? So we're going to take our profit number and multiply it by 2.7. 76,000 times 2.7 is $205,200. That's what this season added to. Now, 2/3 of the total is golf, nearly $76,000 of pure profit. What does that do to the value? Well, let's take the profit number and multiply it by 2.7. So 76,000 times 2.7 is $205,200. That's what this season added to what the business is worth, on top of the money itself that you brought in. This is what it added to the value of the business. So what I spend, $575 plus maybe another $1,000 with the other marketing events that we're running this year. And the business is worth roughly $205,200 more than it was in the spring. And guess what? That's just golf. We also have food and beverage that I have not shown here. I wanted to keep it simple for you, and here's $205,200 that I added to my business with just golf. That's the trade. That's why I keep saying marketing, it has to be fun and it has to be cheap, because the cheap, fun stuff is what compounds. So how do you do this in your own business? First, look at your own numbers by day of the week. I do this every morning. This season, I saw Sundays were down like 48%. Mondays were up 105%. That's not a marketing problem. That's a specific hole on a specific day. So second, I build the offer around the hole. For the Sunday problem, I put together something called Golf and Grub. Book 18 holes between 1 and 4 in the afternoon, pay the regular price for golf, and you get an entree and a side free. Now, I'm not a discounter. I don't like cutting my price, but free food, that's different. That gets people moving. And here's why it worked. With golf, again, there's almost no cost of goods sold. So I have room to move. And a golfer almost never comes alone. He brings 1 and sometimes up to 3 other people with them. Third, give something away that people want to talk about. That's why the whole trick with balls in the wild. Nobody puts their guard up when you hand them something. And people don't like owing. Reciprocity. They want to pay it back. Fourth, I do it every week and write it down. I built an app. You saw it. That's for my managers, my leadership. So everybody can get on there and see what's scheduled, what's been posted, and what did the numbers do. If you want an app for your business, let me know. I can build a custom app for your business that you and your leadership team can go to and know exactly what's going on and how your marketing is working. None of this was advertising. I didn't buy a billboard and I didn't run a campaign. I put golf balls in boxes and I left them at gas stations and grocery stores all over the county. And here's what I want you to take from this. You are probably sitting on a business right now that would respond to this in one season. Not a new business, the one you have. I've had a flood, a bank calling a $3 million loan with 60 days to get it refinanced, paid off, and a restaurant that burned to the ground. I'm still here. I'm still running it, still testing this stuff in real time. There is always a way forward. And if you want to sit down and go through your numbers with me the same way I just went through mine, I'll give you a link here in the description and pinned in the comments. What you're running, where the money's leaking, and what I'd try first if it were my business. Book the call to find out, and let's take a look at it. If this helped, hit that like button so more owners who feel stuck can find it. And tell me in the comments what business you're running and what your slowest day of the week is. I'll respond to each of your comments. Now, what I showed you today was one move. There are a lot more of them. The book that started all this laid out the whole arsenal of these things. Cheap stuff most owners never touch. I went through 24 of them in about 10 minutes in this video right here. Small business marketing tips, J. Conrad Levinson's Guerrilla Approach. Click on it and I'll see you in the next one.